Hi guys, Jay Smith here. Welcome to the AskGolfNut channel. Welcome to part 2. If you haven't already seen part 1 though, you can click up there. There's a little card, click on there for part 1. If you can't see it though, because you're watching on TV or something like that, if you pop on my channel listing, part 1 will be directly under this video. So you can have a look at that one if you want to look at the looks, feel and performance into a simulator. But part 2, let's have a look to see if there's a winner in overall performance, peak heights, descent angles, ball speeds, etc. And also, more importantly, forgiveness. When you whack it all over the face and you mishit it from time to time, which one will help you more than the other? Right, loads of shots now hit with the JPX923 forged against the Taylormade P790, the 2023 model. Let's go see if there's any difference when it comes to ball speed, peak heights, descent angles and carry distance to see if there's a performance winner between the two. And then also I've captured some interesting strikes. So when you do mishit both of these golf clubs, which one of them will work better for you if you know where you mishit it. So on average first, for the JPX923, ball speed 121.8 miles an hour, launching at 19.5 degrees. Total spin is 5,264 RPM. Peak height of 37 yards and descending at 45.8 degrees at a carry of 170. Remember, I've done the test here at the same conditions that I was doing on camera, so I am hitting uphill. This is why I'm seeing a slightly suppressed carry number, because of the fact that I'm still hitting uphill. If we go to the P790, the next 121.7 rather than 121.8, so 0.1 of a mile an hour, nothing. Launching at 19.8 rather than 19.5. I am very impressed about how the P790 initially launches the golf ball. That has to do with that boatload of tungsten rammed on that golf club down low to try and get obviously the center of gravity as low as you can do to launch it. It is quite impressive. Spinning at 5,277 rather than 5,264. They both basically within reason spin exactly the same. There is no difference whatsoever, and it's going 37 yards in the air and 46.2, so it's got a very slightly increased descent angle. It's 0.4 of a degree, yeah, and a carry of 169 over 170, but bearing in mind that could be the difference in 169.5 to get it to 170 and 169.4 to keep it at 169, so it could be literally that close, but rounding you kind of get. Right, let's have a look at the Clubhead data, see if there's any difference between that. Again, when it comes to Clubhead data, the reason why I give Clubhead data is so that any differences that I find within two golf clubs, I can then be honest and open and transparent about how those differences are created. If one goes distinctly longer than the other ones and I do not give you Clubhead data, then I could just swing one faster than the other one, or I could just mishit one more than the other one. It's not a fair fight in that sense, so that's why I give Clubhead data. So on average 88.9 miles an hour, 89 miles an hour, 1.37 efficiency, again very good, but these are 30-degree lofted 7 irons, so they will have a higher efficiency than my 34-degree traditionally lofted blades. But angle attack 2.1 down, club path 0.4 from the inside and face to path of 0.0. Loft is 27 degrees and 3 mil toe, 0 mil low is the average strike. If you go to the P790, we have 89 miles an hour rather than 88.9, so 0.1 of a mile an hour in it, and efficiency is 1.37 within reason. They're both exactly like for like. Angle attack 3.1 down, club path 0.2 from the inside, face to path 0.4 open, 0.0. That's fine, and 26.5 degrees against 27. There's half a degree in it. The P790 was de-lofted by half a degree more than the JPX923 forged. That's it. 2 mil toe, 2 mil low is the average strike, but I do have standard deviation on there, so you can see there's a millimeter either way. 1 millimeter worse laterally, 1 millimeter better when it comes to the vertical. So again, very similar. These are both 2023 models. These are both within reason brand new technology, up to the hilt kind of golf clubs within their bracket. So I'm not surprised that they're doing things very similarly based on the fact that they are, well, brand new. So no real difference there at all. So let's go have a look at the forgiveness side to see if there's a forgiveness difference between the two. So we've got the 923 forged first, 10mm heel, 2mm low, so basically just a nominal Healy 1/2 inch gross 12mm off of the heel, 27 degrees of loft, and face is basically 0.3 open. Efficiency is 1.33, so it has dropped a little bit, but then again, if you look at, generally speaking, the JPX range, it is very much so more protective off the toe because of its V chassis or stability frame or whatever they call it nowadays. But it's done well. 1.33 is not bad. If you then go to a 13mm, it's 9mm heel, 4mm low, which is generally speaking worse. Loft is within 1/2 degree and face is 0.6 degree more open, so they cancel out like for like. It's really, really, really close. I mean, it's 0.01, but again, I would... It's a draw. It's so difficult. I'd possibly want to give it to P790, but it's so small. I'm having to flick between both of them, and it's... You critique. You let me know in the comments which one you'd give it to, because it's very, very, very close. Let's go low on the face. Let's go an interesting one for the 923 forged first. 11mm low, which is very low on the face, and 6mm toe, which is 17mm off gross, 25.5 degrees of loft, and face of 0.0. So 1.31 efficiency. From that strike, from that low, and being toe, that is really very, very good. Like properly very, very good. That micro slot in the JPX923 is working overtime to not drop efficiency any more than that. If we then go to the P790, we've got an efficiency of 1.32. The face is within reason, exactly the same. It's 10mm low, 7mm toe rather than 11mm low, 6mm toe. It's very, very close, but within reason, I would say. It is very, very close. And if anything, loft on this one is a fraction more, 1.6 degrees on the P790, and efficiency is 0.01 higher. So, being honest, I would say marginally, I would actually give the win to P790. But it is such a small amount, like it is the heel. At the moment, you could probably juggle them, and you've probably come up with 5 different answers if you caught them 5 different times. Let's go to a nominal toe, just a normal nominal toe you're going to get from every day to day, hopefully, not nominal heel, but yeah, nominal toe. 93 forged first. Club path is 0.2 from the outside, so 0.0. Face is close by 0.6. It's still 0.0 delivery. 25.5 degrees of loft and 3mm low, 9mm toe. So 12mm off of gross, but that's a nominal hit, a normal kind of everyday miss that you would hope people have. And efficiency is 1.38, 0.01 better than the average from a slight toe miss strike. Very well done to the 923 forged. If you then move over to the P790, you've got 1.36. Club path is 0.9 from the inside, and face is dead on. And 4mm low, 9mm toe, 13mm, so we're doing 1mm, but there is a loft difference of 1.6 degrees, and we are dropping to 1.36 is 0.02 worse, but there is 1.6 degrees of loft different. Now, okay, 1.6 degrees would not give you that 0.02. It would do 0.01, but it's there, and you'd say marginally the JPX923 forge wins, but it's marginal. No difference to low on the face is marginal, heel is marginal. So these two golf clubs do things massively different. There's no tungsten in the JPX923 forge whatsoever, but it has micro slot, which is a barrier in between. It kind of a milled slot out the back so the face can flex. Oh, yeah, I won't get into it. Full review on my channel if you really want to go into the tech. But they do things differently. But they do it in a different way, but get there in a similar way as well. If we now go mental, 19mm toe, 9mm low. That's really bad, like properly bad. 28mm gross is terrible from an iron. And this is on the JPX923 Forge. So we've got club path of 0, face of 0, loft of 27 degrees. Is really quite difficult to learn. Once you've got it, you've got it. But trying to purposely mishit something whilst keeping your delivery the same is not as easy as you think. But it is a horrific. It is just a horrific miss. But efficiency is 1.31. The JPX923 has got that power frame or V chassis or whatever they want to call it, which effectively really makes toe strikes much more advantageous, there you go, than another golf club. See, like Cobras are very, very good out the heel. Not as good as, say, the JPX out of the toe, because they're just designed differently. But I am amazed. A 1.31 from that bad is incredibly good, like incredibly good. If we go similar strike to the P790, 19mm toe, 8mm low rather than 19mm toe, 9mm low. Loft is within 0.5 of a degree and face is 0 as well. So it's a really very, very good capture. 1.27, like the win absolutely goes to JPX923 Forged. Like, now this one really pulls apart. Now, okay, again, to conclude this, I would never say in a month of Sundays that you should be buying a golf club on the basis that the JPX923 Forge from extreme toe shots is better than a P790. No, do not hit golf clubs like in that. No, the position is terrible. If you are regularly hitting shots from that position there, really go get lessons to trying to get your strike much, much closer to middle. If you do move your strike, you are fairly middle, and then your miss is every so often you pop in an extreme this or a weird this, then yes, if it is that kind of idea, an extreme toe, the JPX will win. But it's, yeah, lessons will always win. So, as a conclusion, I would say looks, I prefer something shiny. And even though they're very, very similar in dimension, the JPX923 Forge has got more shine to it. Kinda. It's got more chrome. I like chrome, but yeah, you can go either way. And then the P790 is basically all satin apart from a little shinier bar. It does look cleaner, it does look sleeker, it does look less busy than the JPX923 Forge, but again, that's just subjective and different people like different things. Feel though, now sound, some people like it, some people don't care. For the people who want quiet, for the people who want a, not subdued, but a more dull, dead, muted impact noise, nothing feels like a Mizuno, that kind of idea, then yes, the JPX923 Forge is going to win because it is a much quieter strike. But if you want something a little bit more confidence inspiring, then the P790. Now, P790 is not loud, it's medium within the bracket of loudness within the player's distance category. It's just that the JPX923 Forge, being nothing feels like Mizuno, is definitely down the softer side. Than you go to another manufacturer will be even louder than the P7. Everything like that is just down to you. Performance, they're both 2023 irons and they both do their jobs incredibly well. When it comes to forgiveness, that's all down to where you think you need it. And although the JPX923 Forge wins from the toe, as an extreme toe, I wouldn't be using that as a reference point for you to make sure you do your buying decisions based on that. In the normal parts of the face, these are like going like hammer and tong. They're going blow for blow as to which one is better than the other. It's all within reason, I would say they're very, very, very close. So, hope you liked the video. If you did, go on, thumbs up. YouTube likes it, so do I. Down there is a subscribe button. It's free and it's brilliant for the channel if you can. So if you could subscribe, it would mean the world. Next to that is a bell icon. That's a notification bell. If you click that one, that will notify you next time I upload another video. So I hope you're well, and we'll see you again soon.